very good morning and welcome to this particular discussion and segment of Morning at NTV. The hashtag on Twitter is Morning at NTV, be part of the conversation. And this in particular is Modernizing Agriculture for Value Addition. Before we introduce our guest, contract farming is where people with land and are willing to partner with others are facilitated to produce land crops of a certain quality and quantity with a consistent chain to feed an already existing market. Now, RAMPS is coming to solve the problem for the market in Uganda, especially one that has been giving Ugandan farmers a bit of trouble. We have more than half of East Africa's arable land that is, of course, putting away the Democratic Republic of Congo. Here to help us understand exactly what RAMPS is about is Hope Namara. Hope Namara, a very warm welcome to the program and good morning.
Good morning, thank you very
Contract
much.
farming.
Yes,
It
please.
sounds very flowery.
Yes.
Take us through what it means.
I do appreciate your time. Thank you very much, sir. So modern contract farming and it's a contract between the buyer and the farmer, of which we come in contact with the farmer, given that the companies most times don't have their own land, and from the produce or from the quantity that is desired or the market demand that we have. So we get in touch with the farmers, different farmers for different produces. So we contract the land. Literally, the land has to be a land that has no disputes whatsoever. So we have our own men, like, our experts who go on the ground and they'll check the land and they'll find out everything as the legal affairs are concerned. And once the land has no disputes whatsoever, we come in touch with the farmer. So we contract the land, but the land remains in the ownership of the farmer. So we do not take the land. What we do, we contract. So you possess your land, you own your land, and we come as RAMPS Youth Farmers Group, and we use your land. So we come in a contract of you have a particular produce based on the market that we have, because we have a different market. We have market for fruits and vegetables. We have market for the dry seeds, which go different countries from different continents of the world, definitely. And what we do, based on what we have agreed as in the produce, you plant as the farmer, and we will monitor the farm. So we are in 100% monitoring the farm and everything that is taking place. What you do, once everything is done through the whole process, we come in as well. So we don't leave the farmer from the beginning to the end. We are involved, looking at the quality, of course, and the quantity, and based on the market demand that we have. So what happens, the farmer harvests. When the harvest is done, we go in as RAMPS. We again involved in the harvest. We harvest and the produces are taken to our storehouses, which are the dispatch kind of stores that we have. And then we share whatever came out of the gardens or the produce, half-half, based on the input that we put in, and of course the farmer's input as well.
All right, sounds interesting, especially given the fact that so many people have pieces of land that they are unable to develop into productive farms.
Yes.
Yeah. Now, for example, if somebody has done the harvest and you have taken the product, that means there is ready market for this.
Definitely, yes.
Anything that is produced.
Yes, please.
So when you take the harvest, it is upon you to determine that since we put in this much, this is what we take, and this is what the farmer retains. How does that cater for disputes that could emerge as a result of one farmer thinking that they've gotten a raw deal?
Now, what happens in the beginning, I think from what I didn't explain, before all this is put in place, there is a contract, which is already signed. So we come to you, let's say you're a farmer and I'm the buyer, and we say, okay, we are willing to produce ABCD, given the market that is available. And then that contract has to be fully understood, that whatever you produce is mine. Either you produce less or you produce more, it's still mine. You cannot sell to anybody else. And once the produce is out, so before the produce actually is out, the contract has to be fully understood between the farmer and the buyer. So we usually advise for the farmer to go beyond. If they do not fully understand, they go beyond to get somebody they fully trust, I will sign even that contract on their behalf, because what happens after that does not come back to ramps. It is to do with the farmers' either fault or whatever could have gone wrong, could have gone right. So what happens in that agreement, we have a particular percentage. If we say we are putting in 100% given for the fruits and the vegetables that we need to go for different places, at the moment we have the Middle East market for the fruits and the fresh vegetables. Now, we have to have an agreement and say whatever comes out, this is what it is on paper. So we cannot go back again to change our mind, nor to rethink about it, because we had a contract in place.
Okay, take us through what I consider to be the high-value crops. The crops that are first and foremost marketable,
Yes, please.
easy to grow or farm,
Yes.
and conducive and are able to adapt to the climate. Because I do not know whether the system that you employ is attendant to climate change and rain-fed agriculture. Do you have equipment or these massive greenhouses that you could, for example, introduce at a farm in case a particular farmer doesn't have this equipment?
Thank you very much. So at the moment, what is in place actually, as Rams Youth Farmers Group, we intend to harvest all year round. We are not the seasonal kind of farmers. Given that we have all equipments and everything else that we need for the farmers to be able to produce within the rain and even the sunny seasons, which they call in Uganda. So we are looking at definitely having the greenhouses in place. We're looking at having the irrigation system in place. We are looking at have the high quality seeds, as you mentioned, in place as well, given on the market demand. Because at the moment we are doing the ABC, market demand. So it's a contract. And the ABC stands for the local markets here in Uganda, and the B stands for the regional market, and then the C stands for the international market. So when you look at the regional market, based on the produces of the particular season, we are looking at what is on demand on the local market. And then we are also considering what is on demand on the B market, which is the regional market. But again, we are also looking exclusively, we are looking at the international market, because now we have already an existing market within the Middle East. Indeed, we have right now in Dubai, we have a ready market which is on demand for fruits and fresh vegetables.
Okay, does RAMPS provide in-house training to some of these farmers to introduce them to the whole aspect of what is no doubt a transformative way of farming? There are tendencies, especially local farmers, to slowly adopt to technologies. And they have their concerns. They are valid sometimes, but there is need to educate them. How are you handling this particular aspect?
Thank you very much, sir. At the moment, Rams Youth Farmers Group, we have ongoing trainings, and we're actually set there to train even beyond our borders. We are reaching out to societies and communities in either small groups or even as individuals. So we have the trainings, we have the agronomists on the ground, we have trained experts from Kenya at the moment who go into different sectors of Africa, let's say East Africa actually, but at the moment we are definitely in Uganda. So we have that already in place to have people go out there. We have different trainers, and within the in-house as well. Most of us have been trained to go out and train. So we don't wait for, like, let's say brothers or sisters from Kenya, but even the in-house as RAMS, literally the ambassadors of RAMS, we've been trained to go out and train the society on what modern agriculture should look like or should
Talking
be.
about modern agriculture, I'm inclined to think about the Israeli people's farms. I do not know whether we have a scenario where we shall have some of those around here where the least amount of space or land is used to get the most amount of harvest. Is it something you're planning for our urban farmers?
Definitely, depending again on the farmers who are coming in, because we look at the acres that you have as a farmer. We can take as many as big acres as it can be, and we can also use the small land that you have as a person. But again, we are going for the ones who have more land because of the market demand out there. But still, if we had the farmer come on board and say, listen, I have my back garden kind of, but I would want to grow some tomatoes, some onions, but I don't know how to go about it. As RAMS as well, we still call these demo gardens. So we still go out and train them on these demo gardens as well. And I mean, they should produce what they want. Yes,
All right,
we can.
we have under 45 seconds. Any last words?
I mean, the last words would definitely be to the African community or to the world as it can be. Modern agriculture is a tool for Africa, and I think we should make it more of a, advanced as it can be. And for us as Rams Youth Farmers Group, we are targeting definitely the young people. We want to leverage the knowledge, the awareness within the young community that agriculture, which has been made modern, is not local, is not for the peasants, but modern agriculture is a job, and it can be done by the young and the old to better the future of the Africans or even the world at large.
All right, that's a very interesting development there. Of course, we do hope it gets entrenched within the Ugandan youthful community. Many thanks for
Thank you very
Namara for that insight and, of course, perspectives on the kind of modern farming that is being adopted